What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Brand new video for you today, and we are going to be taking a look, a little behind the scenes peek, what it is the GOAT of football does mid-season for training. And of course, I'm talking about 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐞.
Watch this. What the heck are you doing?
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm just playing. Tom Brady, the GOAT, all right? Undisputed, don't care what anybody says. The man is in his 20th season, still dominating the league, still performing at a super high level. And we're gonna take a look at why that is and how that's possible. A lot of band work in the TB12 programming today, so it's gonna be something very, very different. But like I said, this is going to be his mid-season type of workout, not what he does in the off-season to improve his game and get stronger, more so what he does to maintain his mobility, the strength that he's gained in the off-season, and his ability to move around quickly. So stick around, it's gonna be a fun video, behind the scenes look at the GOAT, Tom Brady. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the program itself, the workout. It's interesting the way it's set up. So it's very specific in stating that there's one set for each movement that you complete throughout the workout, and then there's 9 movements. In each set that you do one time, they want you to give max effort. So you're basically doing one set of everything till failure. Now remember, we are using bands for everything. So my first time doing this, your first time if you try to do it yourself, there's probably gonna be a little bit of experimenting with how thick of a band and how much resistance you want in that band in order to kind of do it in one set and feel like you're getting a really good workout. But that being said, let's run through each one themselves, what the movements are. We start out with a standing row. All right, now this isn't designed to be like a normal row. We're still focusing on the contraction at the end, but this is more done for explosiveness, so it's a lot of quick rows, still under control, but quick in and out of the motion using those bands, trying to resist the band pulling you back in when you're coming through that eccentric motion, and then really creating as much force as you can through the concentric motion. Number 2, we've got banded push-ups. So you're gonna wrap the band around your back, place your hands on the floor in your normal push-up position, and then again, you're doing a quick movement, explosive push-up against the resistance of that band. Third one, we're gonna do some core rotations. Obviously, Tom Brady plays quarterback. Very, very important to have the ability to create force from the hips up with your rotation and that throwing motion that he does. So I can see why those are very important. You'll do one set on each side when you get to that. Then we're going to banded deadlift. No barbell, no weights. The band itself is going to create the resistance from your deadlift. Then we go into a little bit of arm work. We're doing a biceps curl and then follow that up with banded tricep extensions. After that, we go back to another leg movement. We're doing deceleration lunges, all right? So we're gonna put that band around our back. We have it anchored. I'm gonna anchor it here to my squat rack. And what we're gonna do is create a little bit of resistance while we're standing so that the band's trying to pull us towards the rack, and then we're going to do a forward lunge trying to resist the pull of that band, so we're doing it under control, and then we're going to step back out again, creating force away from the ground as we push away, and then we will switch legs. After that, we go into a banded shoulder press, and then we finish off with what they call an X band squat. We are basically taking one band across this way, another band across this way, and they're both gonna be under the opposite side foot, and then you're just doing basically squats in that position. So for me on that last one, I'm probably gonna use my slant boards just to give myself a little bit of an angle on my ankles. If you guys have seen some of my previous videos, I'm still working through some of my ankle mobility issues, and so that's gonna allow me to get in some good deep squats in those. So that's the workout, 1 through 9, one set of each thing, up all the way until failure, so as many reps as you can complete of those, and then that's gonna be it. So let's go ahead and get started with movement number 1, our standing rows. so set number 1 down, did those banded rows. You can see, like I said, a really explosive movement, trying to come in and out of those, still getting a proper contraction after the pull, and really trying to control the eccentric motion coming back out. Moving on from there, we now go into our banded push-up. So we're gonna take a band, gonna take it around our back here and place it around our hands, and then do our explosive push-ups. Again, trying to go for a quick tempo, lots of explosive power from the floor, and then doing as many reps as we can for 1 set. All right, let's do it. All right, so that one really got my heart rate going. Push-ups on their own, very, very underutilized movement. Adding that band really adds a different level of resistance and force that's needed to come away from the floor. Really, really like those. Forget how much I used to do those. Those are very, very important. On to movement number 3, we're looking at our banded rotations. So that's gonna have me set up the band attached to the squat rack itself, and then I'm gonna have the other end of that band with the handle doing a whole rotation from here, here, and here. Okay, so pulling and resisting both directions, 1 whole set, and now flip-flop sides and do another set. All right, let's get it. All right, so like I said, rotational strength, super important for someone that plays the quarterback position. Really, really important to have that core stabilization there. So being able to control while the band is pulling you back towards the rack, but then also being able to control that force as you rotate away from the rack. That is gonna allow Tom Brady's arm, any quarterback, even pitchers, but since we're talking about Tom Brady, quarterback position, it's gonna allow that shoulder of his to stay healthy longer, because he's gonna be able to create more force from the hips up and not rely solely on arm strength and wearing down that shoulder. So let's move on to the next exercise. We've got the banded deadlifts. So did my set of biceps right after we finished up with those deadlifts. Now I'm gonna follow that up with the tricep movement. It is an overhead extension, so I'm gonna be standing on top of the band, just a single layer of that band, both hands inside the band here, going overhead just like that. 1 set, all the way till failure. Alright, so finished up the deceleration lunges. Really, really awesome movement. Great for knee stability and really helping that joint absorb impact, because that band is pulling you towards the rack. And in doing so, it's really forcing you to engage the muscles to stabilize yourself on that landing and land soft within the ankle and knee joints themselves and use your feet. But coming out of that forward lunge, in order to switch and get back to standing position, you really have to generate a lot of force away from the floor as well, because that band is still trying to keep you close. So really, really awesome movement. I love that for athletic clients of mine, people that are trying to do sport-specific training. That's definitely one I think almost any sport could benefit from adding those deceleration lunges into. So moving on, we've got 2 things left. We're gonna go ahead and hit the overhead press with the band. Again, 1 set all the way out till failure. And then the last thing we're gonna finish with is those squats. And then we're gonna call it a day for this Tom Brady workout. a wrap on Tom Brady's in-season workout. Total body blast, all bands, one set of each thing, maximum effort on each thing. I can tell you I probably underestimated the workout itself. Got me out of breath quite a few times because you're doing a lot of reps. Really got my heart beating, got me sweating, which says a lot because it's like 50 degrees today, so it's not like it's super hot outside. But I feel good. I feel really good. A different experience using bands as your resistance versus free weights or cables even. Feels a little more joint friendly, which I have a feeling Tom Brady's trainer at this point in his career is aiming for that, right? Like I said, he's in his 20th season. He's in his 40s. So he's aging gracefully, doing a lot of things that make sense for his body, just like I would encourage any of you to do. I would say definitely give this workout a try. If I had to rate this workout among the other athlete workouts that I've done so far on this channel, I would say in terms of variety, definitely 10 of 10 on here. All you needed was a few bands in your body and that's it. In terms of difficulty of the workout, I would say probably like an 8 of 10. And that's only because I probably could have went a little heavier with the band resistance, and that would have made all the difference in the world, because with this workout, you are determining how hard you're gonna push because you are doing as many reps as you can physically do. So whether that means you're doing 30 reps, 50 reps, 20 reps, 10 reps, you're basically pushing yourself to your maximum effort. So I would say it's probably an 8 of 10 so far in terms of difficulty. Awesome workout. I can see why Tom Brady's at the top of his game for so long. And it's always interesting to get an insight into what these guys do. I'd like to do the same thing when I did LeBron James's workout. And so the big thing to take away from this, guys, don't be afraid to use bands. You can definitely get a quality workout and work on your physique at the same time without having a bunch of free weights at your disposal. So that's gonna wrap up the video. That's all I've got for you guys today. Hopefully you found something in this motivating, something that you wanna challenge yourself with, and you give it a try. If you do, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you liked the video. Let me know how you liked the workout, and I will see you guys at the next one. Peace.